Hi everybody, I'm Joe.
And I'm Mary.
And we're Book Buds. And today we are back for another episode of Show and Tell Special Editions edition.
Joe has a lot of special editions.
Yes, so I like to collect books. I have a lot of books, and I have some special editions that I would like to share with you today.
I'm excited to see them.
You ready, Mary?
I am.
Okay. So first off, we have some fun editions of the Hardy Boys series. Let's show Mary first.
I love it.
We haven't even prepped, so she hasn't seen any. These were a gift from my godmother. Love her. Thanks, Carolyn. And these are just fun because I love the old-fashioned stuff. Franklin W. Dixon, who I think I researched this recently, and there's like a whole group of books that were like pen named under, like the Nancy Drew, the Hardy Boys. It's all under the same thing, and there's like many different authors that did those books. Okay, so this is the facsimile edition. I don't really know what that means.
Are we faxing it somewhere?
I guess it's like, because it's like the same font as the original. It's like, it looks like the original books, like that old font. So Joe and Tom Hardy are out solving crimes. Hardy Boys. Okay, next up we have a special edition of Wicked.
That is beautiful.
And its follow-up, Son of a Witch. I mean, how could you not love that title? Here's Gregory Maguire. Now, I'm an Oz fan, and so I had to read the series. Very difficult to read, especially the first one. But then once you get into his writing and into his world, it's a little bit easier. But there's just a lot of politics going on, and it just things that are like, it's just kind of like when Mary says,
you're saying you're wanting to not say boring, but it was boring.
Complicated.
Okay.
And I don't want to sound like stupid, but it's like I don't want to have to, like, kind of what you say sometimes. Like, I want to read and enjoy it and not have to like think too hard. And it's so different from The Wizard of Oz. But we got that amazing play out of it. So anyway, I love this book. It's just a fun leather-bound book. It has the 2 books in here.
It's got the gold edges.
And yeah.
I like it.
So it's just beautiful. It looks really wonderful on my shelf. And I treasure it. Wicked.
Beautiful.
Okay. Next up, we have... Now, I really hate to, like, make statements like this, but, like, I'm gonna probably just say that this is my favorite book of all time. I know! It's like, how could you even say that?
Can you commit? Really?
I think I'm gonna have to. I read this when I was in 7th grade, and this is, like, not... 7th graders shouldn't be reading this, but I was a very mature 7th grader. So this is The Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean Owl, I believe. Special Collector's Edition. So this is the book. I've talked about it before. It's like from the Paleolithic age, I believe. So it's like the first humans when they walked the earth, and like all of their, how they lived and what happened. So the first book revolves around like this huge earthquake that happens and separates this little girl from her people. And she is like adopted by the Cro-Magnons.
Wow.
So like a lesser, like they haven't evolved as much as her people.
I feel when you said that, I'm like, oh my God, they're trying to slip in like scholarly learning into this book. I'm like, ugh.
Prehistoric Europe during the Ice Age. There's a map. And it's just incredible. And book 2, well, I don't know if I can say it if it's a spoiler. I mean, this is like 40 years old.
Yeah,
book
no,
2,
I think you can go ahead and say it.
Yeah, come on.
Go ahead and say it.
Book 2, she is like all alone and just trying to survive. And she's like, she's friends. She made friends with like a tiger and a horse, and she has animals only, and it's just amazing. It's called The Valley of the Horses. Book 1 and 2 are my favorite. Now this author is one of those authors that takes like a decade in between writing the books, and
so
like
you could not read these all when you were a kid.
Correct. We had to wait.
Yeah.
And wait, and it took so long. My mother wrote to the author, and she's like, did she die? Is she still here with us? Because we need to know what happens. And she answered.
Oh, that was nice.
But it takes her like so long. She's completed the series now. But The Clan of the Cave Bear is amazing.
I think I want to read it because you've mentioned it so much. And since it is allegedly your all-time favorite, then I feel like I should read it.
I think you should.
Okay.
I'll prep you though, because it needs a prep.
So am I going to have a hard time getting into it?
She goes on and on for pages and pages about like the vegetation. So some people find that a little off-putting, but you're good at, you could just like read a little bit and just
push on.
skip through a little bit.
Okay. Well, but then I feel like I'm cheating if I skip through a little bit. I don't know. I would have to read this out of like a duty to you.
And I'm not worried because you're so good at that. You'll
I'll read it.
You'll read it. All right. But if you read it, you have to read 1 and 2.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's a 2-book deal or none.
Okay, can I space them out? Because I have a lot on my TBR.
Of course.
Okay.
Next up is one of my favorite books, The Hobbit, which is part of the Lord of the Rings books. Okay. So I have 2 because, again, love it. So this one is just like a leather-bound edition. It's nice. Nothing too extraordinary, but when I saw it, and green is my favorite color, I had to have it, and it just looks really nice on the shelf.
Absolutely. It needs to be on a very fancy shelf, I feel like.
Yes. But this one, now this is just so charming. It's like a cloth cover, and for me, it's all about the illustrations. So you have the Hobbit on the front, and he's adorable, Bilbo Baggins, and just throughout the book is just these cute illustrations. I'm such a kid. Like, I just love it. Really nice edition here. And it's fun to reread with the illustrations.
So let me ask you, these are so beautiful, and like, I just want to, touch them gently.
Mm-hmm.
You really feel comfortable reading them and like holding them and flipping the pages? Like, aren't you afraid you're going to hurt them?
So I haven't read this one.
Okay.
And I really, really want to, because I want to experience it with these illustrations. But mostly these are just chilling. Like, because these are my favorite books, so I've already read them, and I just find these fun editions in the bookstore and I pick them up. So it's not like I'm going to get a special edition of something I haven't read. So
okay.
That answers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have a hard time holding that, reading it, feeling like I was going to damage it in some way,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't loan those out.
Never. Dog ears. So again, just love leafing through and seeing all the different illustrations.
Pretty.
Yes. Next up, we have a fun illustrated edition of Marley and Me, which is also fun because it has a lot of fun pictures.
Can we see one?
Oh, sure.
Cute.
That's fun. And it's a nice cloth cover as well. Okay, now this one is very involved. I just got this as a gift. This is a special edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Now wait till you see this, Mary. This is incredible.
That's beautiful.
Inside, now again, I haven't, this is hard to read.
I would not be able to read this. It's so fragile.
It's very fragile. And there's just a lot going on. Like, you have like, it's almost like pop-up-ish.
Yeah.
And like you unfold all of these.
Can you show everybody that?
Yeah,
Here,
we
let
have
me
to.
take this.
Take that one. I mean, it's just so complex and beautiful, and you have the castle and you unfold, and it's just page after page after page of just fun treasures that you can go through here.
That's really special.
Beautiful. So this one I'm afraid to even touch. And there's tissue paper here. Great illustrations.
Gorgeous.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, there's no way I could read that and handle it.
Yeah. So again, very intricate. There's a lot here, and it's just a great addition to have. My dream is to have I've always wanted in the wall shelves, like it's the wall, like a real library.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
With the sliding ladder?
Oh, come on.
That would be amazing.
Yes. I need to save money and buy my house. All right. Last, but certainly not least, save the best for last, my favorite. How many times have I said that? My favorite. But, I mean, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. This is the 100th anniversary edition. Just beautiful. I mean, I couldn't pass this up. It's the 100th anniversary. And they added some color to the illustrations and just did a really nice job. And I like the cover as well. I have to show.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, and then also the back.
Very
as well.
classic.
Classic. Great word. So there you have it. Here are some of my special editions that I treasure
Very special.
and that I love.
Thanks for bringing them out today. I know you were nervous about keeping them clean.
Yeah, it took a lot for me to travel with these bad boys. But anything for book buds.
That's right. So let us know in the comments if you guys have any special books at home that you truly cherish the way Joe has these.
So if you're enjoying Book Buds, give us a thumbs up.
And share us with your friends.
And subscribe to our channel, Book Buds!
Keep watching, the bloopers are next.
Is it rainbow rain?
It's rainbowing.
Somewhere?
Dude, it's everywhere. It's nowhere that I can't. I mean, we can just put the rainbow between us.
Oh, that's fun. All right, so next up, one of my favorite books as well, The Hobbit. The Hobbit. Why? Next up, one of my favorite books, The Hobbit, which is part of the Tolkien. What are those called?
Lord of the
Thank you.
Rings. I'm not going to drop
Give
it.
me this thing. That one's my favorite.
Trust, man. You got to have trust.
It's not trust, it's just